Sami, Zahra brought something up that I thought was interesting, and that's this notion that, Western news editors, it's almost a second betrayal, that everybody covered like crazy August 2021, and then nothing. I mean, I've talked to freelance reporters in Kabul who say, I want to do a story about an influencer in Kabul. Nobody's interested, so they're not doing enough about the daily stuff that the Taliban is doing, or just regular life. Here's how people are. Do you feel that it's been a betrayal from Western editors about covering Afghanistan? Hang on, we've lost. You're a little.
Is it better now?
Yes, whatever that was. Yes, magic.
Because we were talking about betrayal. I think even the computer betrays us. So much and on so many fronts that we have lost the count, unfortunately. But that's understandable. Western media follows the Western military in our parts of the world, and Western interest, unfortunately. I don't say that everyone is like that and every outlet has been like that, but the day when Kabul collapsed, if you go and monitor the coverage of international media from Afghanistan, you would see that Afghanistan had become only the airport area. That was Afghanistan. There was no country. There was no population, and Taliban were, killing people at that time in so many parts of the country, including in Kandahar, where they killed like more than 1,000 people in one district in less than a month. Nobody covered that. Everybody was focused on the Kabul airport. Of course, there was like thousands of civilians who wanted to be evacuated by the international troops, mainly by Americans. But there was another reason for the interest. There was American soldiers there, American troops. When they left, international media left as well. So there was not much interest on the ordinary people's lives, and the big slogans like human rights, freedom of expression, women's rights, marginal communities' rights, and this and that. That unfortunately happened, and we witnessed that. I have friends among the international media. They were not ready to listen to us, or their editors were not ready at that time to listen to anything we were saying. We were considered kind of the naysayers, or pessimists who are not ready to accept the new reality on the ground. Unfortunately, that happened, and I still see signs of the same trend, especially with the beginning of the Ukrainian war, the Russian invasion on Ukraine. You see the difference of these two countries and the population in the eyes of the international media. The BBC and British government have refused to be helpful, while for their own rights, and I totally appreciate that. Almost every British citizen is allowed to bring in any Ukrainian citizens. We even heard from some very credible reporters and credible international media that this is Ukraine. They are people like us. They are not Afghanistan. They don't look like Afghans. They look like white. So that's part of the life that we have been experiencing.
It's the same here. I think America has taken in over 100,000 Ukrainians, but they all have sponsors because they all have sponsors. They do. There is a big Ukrainian community in America. There's one in Canada, and so you can have enough sponsors to privately bring people in, and it's not fair, but it is there.